Vous êtes en direct, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue au Fredo Lounge. Bienvenue au Fredo Lounge. Entrez, entrez. Soyez confortables. Prenez votre martini. Fredo ici du Fredo Lounge. Oui, avec une chanson de Beyoncé qui date maintenant de presque 11 ans. Bienvenue. Entrez, chattez avec moi. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec le chat? Je peux pas... Quelque chose de bizarre dans le menu. J'utilise Chrome pourtant. Alors, bienvenue. Franglais ce soir, spontané comme ça, samedi soir. Je reviens tranquillement aussi. Je vais essayer de prendre du temps pour faire des vlogs personnels et ésotériques. Alors, vous voyez le titre ce soir. UFO Disclosure. Oh, it is. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est quoi? What's the buzz since late April, according to some of my reading that I did before jumping on live here. Now, I'm just like, I don't know why. Do you guys hear me well? Google, since Friday, with all my internet problem, doesn't seem right. Can I do a feedback somewhere? Let me see this. It's incredible because, unfortunately, as you know, Fredo Lounge is my school. It says I'm live. Okay, so let's do it. So sorry for the feedback again. It says I'm live. Okay, so let's do it. It sounds good. Sorry for the feedback again. It sounds good. So I don't know why the console doesn't give me. Okay, sorry for the feedback. I got it because I see like I'm low sound, and sorry about that. So it says like I'm low sound. Oh yeah, amazingly, I've been over here in Canada. Yes, it's fucking Canada. Your country sucks. I'm not home anymore here. Period. It sucks. It smells bad. It's cold. And you see, I sneeze. It's nothing to do about the COVID because you're a fucking bunch of COVID if you believe in this pandemia. I don't deny the virus. I had a coronavirus in 2016 anyway. I know what I'm talking about. I've been sick in January and April as well in Mexico. So don't get me there. But the way our government and our pseudo-authority, the way we manage it, the way you are full of anxiety, you disgust me, people of Quebec. You are pieces of shit. Ça fait du bien. Non, mais sérieusement, c'est incroyable. À peine 72 heures dans votre pays de merde, de co-sanguin, d'enculé de sa mère, j'ai recommencé à avoir des problèmes d'inflammation. J'ai l'impression d'enfler alors que j'avais désenflé. Je suis au même poids, par exemple. J'ai perdu du poids, près de 27 kilos depuis septembre dernier. Et j'ai des boutons. J'avais plus de boutons depuis 9 mois. Là, j'ai un bouton qui m'est poussé. Je trouve que l'eau du robinet est dégueulasse. Il y a quelque chose comme des hauts de cœur. Alors, imaginez là, les anxieux hypochondriaques imbéciles, les convides, ceux que j'appelle les convides, qui reviennent de voyage puis ils ne savent pas pourquoi ils sont allés en voyage. D'ailleurs, je vais vous en reparler un peu tantôt. C'est un update Melting Pot. J'ai appelé ça UFO Disclosure. What was the title again? Sorry about this. Anyways, yes, because a lot of people are talking about these UFO disclosures. Something's coming by the end of June, and we have to watch it for September. And I got something to say about it. It's unfortunate that now it's John and Yoko behind me and Mondose, the Haas of Mondose, Balerotic number 8. So it's unfortunate that I don't have my UFO from the X-Files. Would have been better in the team. But now I'm using my new light, my mic, so I think it's better quality than in Mexico. So we have to admit this. But again, I could bring this stuff in Mexico and be as professional as I am here. Okay, because the internet connection in Mexico is great. By the way, yesterday I was en panne. I was shut down. And I had to use my cell phone and it was horrible. Could you imagine the first Friday Live Agile on my professional channel of the Agile Lounge with right now almost 400 subscribers? This is amazing. and the image is disgusting. It's scattering and everything. So I even put the joke like, could you imagine? A lot of people were judging that I was in a poor country. Mexico is not a poor country. It's a non-well distributed wealth money. That's it. They are super rich, and there's a middle class that's growing though, and the rest of people. But again, I think Mexico is one of the country that you could manage. You could anyways, because poor people, if we become like Mexico and Brazil here in Quebec, let me tell you one thing. With the winter it's harder to grow your own food, like a lot of people do in Mexico. And people here are so dependent, are so submissive. You are so disgusting, fucking French Canadian. I don't even know. That's why, like, for 5 generations, you are degrading. Je pense que c'était le groupe Mes Aïeux. C'est-tu Mes Aïeux ou Cowboy Fringant? Ils chantaient la chanson Mes Ancêtres. Exactly. We're here. On mange le ballonné avarié et on est content de manger du Beyond Meat puis d'écouter Bill Gates puis de se faire injecter comme un troupeau de guinea pigs. Et vous savez, au Pérou, on les mange, les guinea pigs, avec des excellents légumes. Ça s'appelle du cuit. Alors, vous allez être mangé. Vous savez quoi? Je resterai vraiment pas longtemps ici, je vous le dis, parce que vous puisez. Collectivement, je parle. Si vous prenez ça personnel, les 3-4 personnes qui sont là, puis qui ne m'écrivez pas, d'ailleurs, le chat ne semble pas marcher. C'est comme bizarre. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Anyways, je vois qu'il y a 3-4 personnes ici, alors je vous dis bonjour. Et ça va être un peu franglais. Je recommence à reparler français un peu ici et là. Petite annonce en regardant mon télescope derrière moi. Ce jeudi matin, dans tout nord-est de l'Amérique du Nord, au lever du soleil, au lever du jour, on aura le bonheur d'avoir une éclipse annulaire. Donc, c'est la Lune qui passe devant le soleil, donc entre la Terre et le soleil. Donc, je vais pouvoir observer ça de mon penthouse, de mon toit. Alors, c'est quand même des avantages positifs de mon... C'est même pas un retour, c'est un passage. Je vais organiser des choses. Alors, je fais une annonce en même temps. Si vous connaissez des gens qui aimeraient partager un genre de co-living space, je ne veux pas de coloc, c'est pas ça que je dis. Mais un co-living, c'est quoi? C'est un sharing. C'est que moi, je garderais mon condo ici, au moins pour encore la durée du bail qui finit, si je ne me trompe pas, le 31 août 2022. Donc, on a quand même une bonne année. Par contre, quand je serai aux États-Unis et au Mexique, j'aimerais bien que quelqu'un puisse le louer complètement meublé, etc., etc. Donc, avis aux intéressés qui passeront par ici. Je crois que dans la description, vous avez le moyen de me rejoindre ou dans le à propos de ma chaîne ici, il y a moyen de me rejoindre. Je ne mets rien comme email ici, là, ça ne me tente pas. Oui, j'ai le Black Lodge de Twin Peaks. Donc, c'est bizarre. J'utilise Chrome pourtant. Et il y a plein de fonctions qui sembleraient désuètes. Je vais retourner sans son cette fois-ci, juste pour voir parce que j'ai pas de chat. Donc, si dans les 5 personnes qui êtes là, vous chattez, je vois rien. Et puis évidemment, je ne ferai pas un refresh parce que je vais perdre le studio. Très, très bizarre. Bon, écoutez. Ça va être comme ça. Alors, le titre, c'était quoi? Le titre, c'était UFO Disclosure and What's Next for Us, collectively. For those who know, with my business agility and my conscious leadership type of thing that I cherish, that I activate, I am active in building our new world with our ways because we are wonderful and we are powerful. Remember, we are a sovereign being. Some years ago on fredolaunch.com, it's still on. It's my blog. Now I'm questioning if I will renew for another 3 years this domain, or if I will go back to the blogspot or something like this, blogspot.fredolaunch.com, because whatever. So far right now, some years ago, I was exchanging with groups, and we used to talk about this Blue Beam project. Actually, let's shut this music down and let's go to that music of the Blue Beam project. Actually, I think I bought it because I like that group. It's Conceal. They make some kind of conspiracy theory song. So let's see it here. Let me try to get back to this technology, this modern world, and civilization. Oh, thanks for the like. So thank you very much for the like. I don't know who is this, and I don't see the chat, so I'm sorry about it, guys. Don't know what's happening with the studio tonight, and we are far from the full moon. So I said conceal. Cerise is a piece of shit. I said conceal, and she gave me 46. Let's do it again. Blue Beam project. I know I have it. All right, so décidément, il y a des enjeux techniques. Peut-être que c'est vrai qu'on approche du blackout. Hein? On nous prévoit un blackout, on nous prévoit plein de choses. Hein? Les apostoliques, de comment on pourrait appeler ça? Les apostoliques du... Ah, voilà. Finalement, ouais, les apostoliques eschatologiques qui nous prévoient la fin des temps plutôt que de parler de solutions et de vivre ensemble et différents. Ce que je vous propose avec moi-même dans mon entièreté d'être. Alors, voyons voir. On va écouter un peu cette chanson-là et ensuite, je vais faire le lien avec ce que je pense. C'est seulement de l'opinion ici, c'est de l'ésotérisme. C'est tenter de mettre de la lumière avec de l'amour sur qu'est-ce qui serait occulte. Et occulte, c'est simplement qu'on vous cache la capacité de le voir. Donc, j'espère que c'est la bonne chanson ici. Écoutons ça quelques secondes. C'est libre d'auteur. Conceal, nice group, independent group. Yes, 3 people, welcome. State your name in the chat. YouTube, you piss me off. The chat is not working. The UI is disgusting. I don't see the level of my mic. YouTube, you're a piece of shit. You hear me, AI? Algorithm of my ass? Alphabet my ass. Welcome everybody to the Freedom Lounge. We're going to talk about the UFO disclosure, or it is, with the Blue Beam project in the background from the group Conceal. Connect the dot, motherfucker. Wake the fuck up. Saturday, June the 5th. It is. Oh, and Sunday is the 6th day of the cloning factory. Connect the dot, motherfucker. Wake up. It's coming. Closer and closer. Take a look in your eyes and realize. No way back. Forget your fucking normal. Thanks for the like once again. Hey, Mark Duna from Ireland. How are you, man? I had to open another window to see the chat because in the studio, I don't see the studio. Sorry about that, Mark. Welcome, bro. So it's about what is in the morning for you? Late night after the pub? So sorry, man. As I said, there's a lot of UI and UX issue with Google right now, and especially YouTube with their monetization bullshit. Okay, so let's have this window open, and I will switch sometimes. You know, it's incredible. So the music of Conceal, a nice guy. Last summer on my Agile Lounge professional YouTube channel. If you want something more serious than what I do here, this is my school channel to test things. But these guys, I use their music for the Great Reset, and they were pleased. And I bought it. I bought it to encourage them. It's an independent group. Love it. It's all song. They do song. So it's Conceal, Konceal. That was the Bluebeam Project song. That is related for my thinking because today I was reading stuff and the last 2-3 weeks, even from Mexico, when I was in Mexico, all of a sudden a lot of people, even mainstream media that I don't watch, but people were talking to it in the bar, the lounge and stuff. They were talking about like, oh, these footage from the military and security team that I one of the follower, Insomniac team. That was kind of, I said to myself, well, there's something now. All of a sudden, this UFO or disclosure thing is coming out, but not with the proper actor, okay? Not with the ufologist, not with Dr. Gear, for example, not with maybe Nick Pope, Richard Dolan. Anyways, I didn't watch everything. I didn't go to George Newry website. I don't have time. I'm an entrepreneur. I was moving from Tulum to Cancun and Cancun back to Montreal as a digital nomad. And all with the stupidity of COVID, all this regulation, all the tests that I had to go through and everything. So I didn't have time to research it. And even today, to tell you the truth, as it's not my professional channel here, it's just a channel to have fun, to liberate myself, to express myself, mostly in Franglish. I decided to just do this. Like I used to do last summer, every Saturday. Je suis juste un gars, la trésologie de Fredo sur l'amour et la lumière. Moi, c'est ce que j'ai envie de transmettre comme message, l'amour et la lumière, le véritable amour, qui est la puissance de tout dans les univers, dans l'univers, ensemble et différent. Ça m'appartient, Tadros. Fais attention, fais attention. Take a look in your eyes and realize. So, qu'est-ce qu'on se met comme musique pendant que j'aime ça avoir du background? C'est ça l'esprit Langy. Et puis, cette semaine, on va faire un autre live pour les 30 ans d'éveil, 1991 à 2021. C'est sûr que j'avais des expériences d'éveil. On en parlera. On en parlera live. Ça va être probablement en français. It's going to be in French. And so it was June 8. June 8, for me, it's an important date. Actually, the month of June is my depressed month. I will have to be careful, but I'm kind of happy. It's going to be 2 years that my mom left this planet for another realm of existence. I know because she told me. And also, June 8th was the departure of one of my greatest lover back in 1998. That was also a lot of things. So we're going to talk about it on June 8th. I think it's Tuesday. Going to be live here, probably more in French, en français, to talk about ce chemin d'éveil. Ça va être un Je suis juste un gars hors série. Alors que ce soir, c'est juste une improvisation. Après plusieurs lectures, plusieurs trucs qui semblent émerger et j'ai une petite idée de connecter les dots. Bon. Alors, comment on connecte les dots dans cet univers ésotérique, dans cet univers occulte, hein? Eh bien, et puis là, c'est vrai, il faut que j'aille voir dans le chat, il y avait Marc tantôt d'Irlande. Bon, alors Marc Duna, c'était encore là. I'm so sorry about it because, again, the studio doesn't give me the chat. So if I was restreaming and with the chat, I will not even be able to do this. So anyways, maybe this is how you treat this. This is how you treat the small YouTuber. Yeah, you know, so it's like, say, fuck off, Fredo. So let's see some good music that I want to have in the background. And we're going to start going there. We are going there. Let me just bear with me a moment before I talked about that subject. I wanted to do a half an hour. Now it's 22 minutes of just testing the thing, the new light, getting back to my mic that I forget all the setting. I have to relearn everything. 9 months and I still don't have my baby, sort of speak, you know. Okay, so this is Brian. Yeah, Inti Rami, the celebration of the sun. So for me, this UFO thing that's coming up and the footage, the release of document, will it be a disclosure or will it be a revelation? A lot of people, especially the eschatologic, they say we are in a revelation time and blah, blah. Okay, so let's see, like coast to coast right now. I have it in front of me. The cover-up continues. Okay, so that is 3 hours ago. So Roswell anniversary, of course, that's right. In July, it's going to be another, like, I was there for the 70th anniversary in 2017. Was very, very happy to be there. And I assist to 2 conferences. The one more kind of political engineering and serious about that. It was the Soviet Union, you know, the Scully side of the week tribute. And I also participated in the more esoteric one with Richard Dolan, Nick Pope, Linda Montanhal, and everything. So that was an amazing long weekend of 5 days in Roswell, New Mexico. I love the Southwest of America. Actually, I'm going to prepare myself to live in the area of Phoenix, Arizona. So that's decided. Now I just want to see what type of visa I need and stuff and all the list. And I will also simultaneously apply for the residency in Mexico. So my plan is to be in the United States in September and to be in Mexico back in November and back here in May 2022 and forward like this. So that's going to be the plan. So threat to national security, the Black Vault Digital home to 1,000 of declassified UFO. You see, so that was 1 day ago on George Noory YouTube channel and probably Radio Cast AM. This one is called Coast to Coast AM, so it's really the radio cast. Is there something else lately? Classified again, UFOs and ET disclosure. What is the U.S. government role in all of? So again, for me, I'm really surprised. So 2021 UFO news and disclosure with Richard Dolan. Okay, so I told you, I didn't have time to read everything, to go into alternative media. Now, 4 days ago, Richard Dolan was interviewed. So let's see what they have to say really quick. It's a stupid fucking monetization. And come on, guys. YouTube, you piss me off. YouTube, you're a piece of shit. You hear that, AI of my ass? Come on. It's okay. Let's see this. This is a wall that needs to be more agile, and they fucked up everything about the user experience. Oh, Marilyn Monroe with JFK. It was the birthday of JFK on the 29th of May, by the way. The fourth stage of existence, UFO disclosure and human advancement. Okay. And Jean de Flore, là, de Anal, Jean de Flore, en Richard Glenn, en français, il vient de parler. Okay, so I like that. I like that kind of stage where they talk about UFO disclosure. And if we could go back to the disclosure project of Dr. Greer and many others, that was more like also there was a materialist space of it on top of the spiritual one and the evolution one of our human spirit, our human being, of technology that we could unreveal and that will create a better and a smaller world. Nothing perfect again, because Earth is not meant to be perfect. Earth is a beautiful school of distraction, of confrontation, duality, and so on. You know, we have to purge our soul. And now, when I see a title like this on George Noory, Coast to Coast, so that's funny because the title of the clip is 2021 UFO News and Disclosure with Richard Dolan, but the image, because it's a radio show on YouTube, so they put an image in the background. So you see, of course, a military kind of figure, a gray again with the Earth in the background. And you have the title there is UFO Disclosure and Human Advancement. And this is a link I do with the late show of Richard Glenn on Orandia TV en français avec Jean de Flore. He's so materialistic, this guy. I wonder, it's anal, comme on dit en français. But he had a good point. So I'm not agreeable, but I'm not disagreeable either. So I'm agnostic. But so he was saying like their disclosure will happen this June towards September again. You know, this eschatologic, they love to put dates and stuff. And if they fail, they say, oh, je vous l'avais dit avec 4 mots d'erreur. Yeah, well, anyways. But he had a good point, because that's what I also believe is if you have the trend of disclosure, so UFO don't equal necessarily extraterrestrial or intraterrestrial or ultra-dimensional being. That could be also, how could I put it? That could be also the emergence of using technology that was suppressed from either our ancestor or old civilization, or either, yes, people from other dimension, ultra world, extra world, or intra world. Me, I'm open to all possibilities. I don't believe in anything because I don't want to shut my mind. I want to stay open and sovereign. But what I do fear, because of the inorganic one, like the YouTube that don't give me my chat right now or my user experience. Okay, it's nothing else more. So here's the thing, guys. The Bluebeam project seems to be forgotten. The disclosure project seems to be forgotten. And now you have a lot of people who shelve different ideas and different things about this disclosure that's coming up. The French government. There's even an interview on CBC and Radio-Canada en français. There's a lot of people that all of a sudden mainstream media. So one of my opinion is, yeah, I should have done a short cast on Radio Libre Mexico on Telegram about the 7 layer of why the vaccine or the injection. Because apparently the robot on the fucking YouTube don't like when we talk about vax. Fuck you. I'm not anti-vax. I'm anti-guinea pig. Difference, huh? And anyways, coronavirus could be ill. Yes, it could. Like any other flu. And what you have to do, you stay the fuck home. You drink a lot of water. some Jägermeister, some hydroxy whatever, and you sleep. This is exactly what I'd done in January when I was sick with probably a coronavirus, SARS-CoV-1 or SARS-CoV-2 or whatever, but COVID doesn't necessarily exist. The virus name is SARS-CoV-2. Okay, motherfucker? Wake the fuck up. So the 7 layers that I never did on my shirtcast on Telegram, that if you want to subscribe, it's Radio Libre Renaissance from Mexico. And as a digital nomad, wherever I am in the world, I will keep that name because for me, Mexico was a blessing. Again, muchas gracias, Madre and Padre Mexico, por tu su bienvenida in tus país for 9 months of this fucking scandemia. I was able to be free in the pays des 5 soleils avec mes frères et sœurs Maya, des Mexicains et des gens de partout dans le monde que j'ai rencontrés qui faisaient la même chose. Des réfugiés sanitaires, nous étions. Alors, c'est pour ça que le petit canal vocal, le salon vocal sur Telegram ne changera jamais de nom pour moi. Peu importe si je vous parle de Corse, que je vous parle d'Ibiza, que je vous parle de Costa Rica, que je vous parle de Montréal, que je vous parle de New York, Phoenix, Miami, ce sera toujours Radio Libre Renaissance from Mexico, desde Mexico. So I was supposed to do my 7 layers of the injection. What does that mean? And all the theory, those who are talking the mainstream alternative media and esoteric media. Of course, what is not talking the mainstream dependent media. Because me, I'm even beyond the alternative and the esoteric media and so on and so on. Okay. But my first feeling is not what I think or what I think I know. It's not about my knowledge. My spiritual being that is inside and outside, and the happening is in between. Huh? I'm saying this inspired by a great quote from Alan Watts. The inside world, the so-called inside world, and the so-called outside world, they get together. And an happening happened, and the only thing you have to do is watching it. So, when I do some kind of meditation, and even like these kind of daydream that I have, when I receive some kind of transmission, either from my inner self, my other self, my ultra self, or maybe sometimes I have to catch out about these others that we think it's others, because is there really a division? Human advancement, it's so materialistic. And the floor was talking about what? Technology that will blow our mind. You know, I'm at a point like I used to be a first user. I used to be an avant-garde of anything. I was the first in my gang to have the iPhone in 2007. I was the first to get Facebook before it went mainstream. But it's just things. It's just tools. Me, what I want is not human advancement and technology advancement. What I want is a better and smarter interaction with one another. Ensemble et différent. And togetherness and different. Respecting each other, accepting each other. Love and light. Luz and amor. L'amour et la lumière. The Black Lodge. Twin Flame. Twin Peaks. The Black Lodge. Yes. I am part of a sect. No way I'm not. I'm a sovereign, independent being. And I know my soul, it's in and out and everywhere. And when you ask me, ¿de dónde eres? I'm now answering from nowhere and everywhere. Yes. And I came on this planet somewhere in Val David, in the Laurentian, up north of Montreal. Oh, and I got this Tuesday, I'm going to talk to you about that story on this 30th anniversary of a real evolution for me of my road of awakening. But it's going to be very interesting for those who like to share and everything. So Tuesday, probably around 8ish. But tonight, UFO disclosure buzz. Yes, because it's literally a buzz when it's everywhere, beyond the occult, esoteric, and it's even like in the mainstream media. You have a show in French and the CBC, the Radio-Canada, with Stéphane Bureau, where they are actually talked about it. Okay, he has 3 guests for 3 hours, 1 hour each. So you have like le docteur Raoul sur l'hydroxychloroquine, les traitements qu'on peut faire à la COVID. Et puis il y avait ce général ou général à la retraite qui disait qu'avec les Américains, ils vont préparer tout ce disclosure. Hein? C'est le gros disclosure buzz. Hein? Des images qui reviennent après 2 ans. Là, je ne connais pas tous les noms, mais cherchez, make a search on Secure Team, George Noory, the Coast to Coast AM. They all on it, but sometimes I'm confused. Even Gaia with different type of show stream and everything. So I just wonder why nobody so far, when I was searching, talk about this Bluebeam project. Or maybe the name changed, I don't know. But for me right now, when I saw one of the faction of the globalists with COVID, it's been 18 months they tried to blow us. And some part of the world, it kind of worked. Like here in Quebec, it's almost like North Korea right now. So they are installing this kind of, it's not a global dictatorship because you will have like different faction in the world. And I feel that the technocrat didn't achieve the green agenda and the green dictatorship, and they fell even with their messenger. How dare you, huh? Greta Thunberg, how dare you? So they spin off. They spin off like the globalists. Now they say like, okay, let's make something like very like boom, like biohazard, virus things, and people will listen to us with a health care situation, especially when you have society of aseptic people, hypochondriac people, fear, like anxiety. And when you have anxiety, you create fear, and with that fear, you end up with the capacity of controlling them. It's hypnotic. So for me, and yes, let me go back to the 7 layers. I won't describe all my thought on the 7 layers of the injection, but just one of them that is related to the UFO disclosure. I think right now what's happening on every dimension of the subject, whether it is George Noory interviewing Richard Dolan, whether it is maybe David Icke speaking about it, whether it's on ABC, CNN, TF1 en France, Radio-Canada, mainstream media, Fox, what have you, plus all the alternative channel, Esoteric Experimental with Richard Glenn, everybody is screw into this, what I call predictive programming. It's a predictive programming, and that goes with one of the 7 layer that I think the injection could do. Let's say that the injection enable you a similitude of what the ayahuasca could actually perform. For those of you out there who are going to watch it right now, because I've seen 6 people, let me go back to the chat. No, beside Mark Duna, there's nobody here. And maybe Mark is gone, but there's 5 people right now that are still watching. But anyway, for you and all those on the replay, I expect a bigger replay because now it's Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, because I do it whenever I want on Fredo Lounge, doesn't need to. But where is Timothy Green Bakley? Where are Dr. Stephen Greer? Where are these people about the real disclosure? Of course, Jim Mars passed away a couple of years ago, so he cannot be on the front. But when I see like bringing disclosure to the world, for me, it will be a confirmation of some aspect, and they will liberating technology. So we're gonna stay in the materialistic realm of it. But if one of my 7 idea and feeling that I receive as a transmission, it's could be an effect with the transhumanist agenda, with the technocratic kind of agenda of transforming us into pod, obedient pod consumer. The 95% of us should be feed enough, have enough space, and a lot of fun. And the universal income is made for that. And because they all know that if we are hungry and if we lose everything, we could rebel and revolt. Even, so they have to keep us in a kind of a comfort. They will teach us how to accept the minimalist. This is the great reset. So we just say no to that. This is why we created the People's Greater Reset. That was an amazing week last week. And on my professional channel, starting next Friday, we're going to talk about solution. We get activated, and now how do we work together to create our world in our way? Because it's still be a possibility, because Earth is this big laboratory, this big school. If you see it into a more positive way, because for years in my awakening experience, since actually 1987, 1991, I was still in the mindset of, this is a prison for my soul. My soul didn't want to be in this body. But as soon as I learned that the soul is my soul and your soul is also outside, it's part of a greater thing, and it's moving, and the dark energy and the light energy and the spectrum of the visible light, which is very thin. So for me, this layer of the vaccine may be an activation, like the vine, the ayahuasca, or some other mushroom in India and somewhere else in the world could activate your consciousness. The psychedelic help you to open doors. A lot of people will say, yeah, because you take a drug that make you see things. Okay, that's a perspective. But what about the other perspective, as your body, energy, soul, and mind interconnecting with your 4 or 5 bodies and different realm of remember, we see only a thin line of the visible world and light. So maybe the vine of the soul, and I did that in 94. So I know what I'm talking about. It was not my imagination, because when it's your imagination, you're going to see things. Okay, you will be able to see things that is already constructed in your subconscious that you bring up to your conscious mind. Okay, guys? So welcome, everybody. I see a jack of 6-7 people now. So please say hi in the chat where you're from. And if you have any questions about the disclosure buzz and what's next for us. And for me, I'm really concerned in it. If you like it, and share it to some friends. It's completely authentic, uncut. I'm just expressing my feeling, not my knowledge or opinion, just my feeling towards that buzz of the big UFO disclosure and possible human advancement. And I'm just stunning. Where is Dr. Greer? So if anyone out there who's watching it right now, or even on the replay, you could link in the comment below any information about the disclosure project of 2001, and even though some others, because right now it seems to be those who are like Richard Dolan. I like the guy, he's a great historian, but sometimes, and I met him in person in Roswell in 2017 with Linda Mouton-Howell and Rick Pope, I think the ex-defense minister of UK. And I'm really concerned about, how could I say that? I don't say they're not legit, but when your chakra, when your feelings, when your guts is telling you, like, stay agnostic. What if it's true? What if it's false? What if they're part of the predictive programming? Because right now, when I look at the channel of Josh Nuri, Coast to Coast AM, the title are not necessarily esoteric, are not necessarily into the consciousness development. It's all about technology, the human advancement. Yes, that will be part of it. It's a whole. But I'm really concerned that nobody is bringing back the Bluebeam project that at the end of the 90s and all the way up. When I did my research on it, beside the chemtrailing, that was 2004. Yeah, at the beginning of Facebook, 2004 all the way up to 2006 when I was user number 86 on YouTube. Yeah. Not this account, but another account. So, and beside Conceal, they released this album 4 years ago, I think, that we heard at the beginning of this spontaneous live. So my feeling is, again, I've got 6 other theory. I don't want to talk to it about now. I might talk to it on my Shirtcast Vocal Vox channel on Telegram, Radio Libre Renaissance. But tonight, one of the 7 is the injection will act as some kind of enabler to make people see the illusion of the Bluebeam project that will fake a kind of takeover of the planet. I don't know the detail. I know I read it like in 2006, 2007. I was really into it when I went to Arizona, did my C5 and stuff. But for me, of course, I agree with Dolan and Nuri and the others, which is when they talk about the disclosure will serve to maybe release and confirm some technology from Tesla and others. Okay, so that I think like materialistic. My God, matériellement là, on a materialistic level, that will be a way. But if we stay in this type of lower 3D dimension, there's a risk of also failing again for a manipulation, a deceptive. So what I see since April on every media, I repeat myself, it's important to repeat, on every media, alternate one, esoteric one, mainstream one, it's a buzz. It's even a bigger buzz than the Bitcoin bull rum and beer rum. It's even a buzz on anything that's happening in the world. So why now, when they predict by September, most of the European and North American countries will have vaccinated like all the way up to 50 to 60% of the population with the 2 doses of the 5 major injection. Again, I'm not telling you what I think or what I believe. I don't believe in anything. It's just a feeling. For me, the feeling is predictive programming with all that news, preparing yourself to receive the news of a disclosure or a confirmation or kind of a first contact. The Bluebeam project was a kind of a project to create a trauma. But we already have this trauma and this harassment with COVID that still continue because here in Canada, it's horrible. I feel it. I mean, I was so free in Tulum, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, and now here in Montreal, well, first I'm in quarantine, so I can just go to my rooftop terrace. Yes, I'm lucky. I got a rooftop terrace, not a little balcony in downtown. But nevertheless, you know, when you've been away for almost a year, you want to go walk into the beautiful park in front of me, take fresh air, do my bicycle, do my exercise, you know, that I used to do every day. Now I could just do some dumbbell here in my living room. Come on. So anyways, so this kind of harassment, this kind of control freak anxiety problem, yes, I don't deny the virus, but I do deny the way our government are managing it. They don't care about you. And by the way, when you receive the call from Health Canada, this is disgusting. They don't even. First, it's a robot machine. And you have to use your ketones to answer yes or no, 1 or 2. So they don't even care because I could be sick. I would have to call here in Quebec. We have the 811 to call a nurse and ask her for guidance and so on. But even though I made a test on it and I said, like, I'm nauseous and this and that, stay home, stay home. Yes, but I need no, stay home, stay home. So they don't even fucking care. I could die in my living room. Nobody will know. Let's say if this virus is so like, whoa, and let's say I got it, I starting to have symptoms and being sick. And when you call, they tell you, stay home, stay the fuck home. Yes. Because anyways, that's what I did in January in Cancun. I healed myself by staying home, sleeping, drinking a lot of water, warm soup, the abuelo medicine, hydroxychloroquine, and so on. So anyways, sorry guys, I disgracing, cocanon. But it's my experimental channel. It's my esoteric channel. It's my personal channel. And I see this 5-6 people who's sticking around. So you probably enjoy the advertising that I'm doing to you. And thanks again for the like, but you could still like it. You could still comment below your thought on it. I'd like to read you. I'd like to see what you think about this disclosure that seems to come. So let's see. Another headlines here. Disclosure updates. Due June 2021. We are in June 2021. What to expect? And lately, to tell you the truth, I was really agreeing with Tyler over at Security Team. I was early last week. He says like, oh, these are fluffy video that like even my iPhone here with the 3 lens will take a better picture of these kind of UFOs. So if you're going to release bullshit stuff like this, for me, again, it's predictive programming. And let's say that my feeling, I'm on one of the layers of using the injection, is to create this a kind of a same way of the use of psychedelic to create a kind of a collective acceptance of the light show they're going to put out there, because the Blue Beam project was all about the light show, to install a kind of a trauma, to install the fact that the ETs are not benevolent. They come to conquer us. And actually, it will be some kind of real ship owned by the military and our military with a space. Even like those Trumpists out there, they make me laugh. Trump is an oligarch, like Putin is an oligarch. But it's part of a faction that were disagreeing with the technocrat and with the globalists. So that was great. No doubt about it. They slow down the process, and why not? But now the faction that it's on top of things is Davos once over again. Okay, back up by the Chinese, the new era. Okay, so it's not a question of liking Trump or not. But guys, he's not a savior. He's not the Messiah. Is just another oligarch, part of another globalist kind of clan, and he make money. They're more independent. They will give us our free will, yes. So this is why I was pleased to have these guys in office. And maybe it's not finished. I kind of agree with that. Even if I'm not agreeing with Alexis Cossette-Trudel, he has my sense fraud. He's someone using fear as much as the mainstream media. And with Sylvain Laforêt, they don't know shit about China. They are just speaking stupidity, and all of those people, they don't have any reference. They don't have any whatever. Okay. Me right now, I'm just ringing the bell. Where is Dr. Greer? Where is the Disclosure Project guys who asked the government for about 20 years now to release energy field propulsion, everything? Okay. And not to fall into the trap of this fake alien invasion, this fake illusion that could be linked with the injection. Okay. So you have a bunch of the population injected. You create a light show in the sky, plus a real physical aspect, another trauma. And they are right now, since April, a lot faster in June, as the real issue will be to lock Fauci in the United States and Dr. Tam here in Canada. and not getting back to normal, but creating our world, our ways, our new world to us, the people who wants to live an independent and sovereign life. And again, my devices in French is ensemble et différent, together and different. So I don't mind if you want to live in a gridded city, aseptic city, fully controlled, completely digitalized, be my guest. You're more than welcome. But don't push over me and the other people who think like me that we'd like to self-manage our community, to live in nature, to move freely and on this planet. And we are responsible adults. Let me tell you one thing. So I didn't came back sooner than now. It's not about the climate. I don't fucking care. I love winter. I miss winter. It's been 2 years I don't have any winter. Nah. It's because I was sick. So you don't fly when you're sick. And it's nothing to do with COVID. So anyway, so tell me in the comment below, guys, for those who are there. And let me see the chat again. Nobody. Okay. So for the replay, for those who watch it in a replay, please don't forget to like. If you'd like to encourage me with a donation, the link are in the description below. You could send me a PayPal in any currency from all around the world. If you're from Canada, you could use my Interact payment. No passcode, no password. It's automatic. When you enter my email and you Interact e-transfer, it's right away. And of course, I will a lot more prefer Bitcoin and Ethereum. So again, the link are in the description. And please comment below. What is your feeling? Not your opinion or what you think. Don't stay in the 3D. Go upscale the 4th, 5th dimension. Search your feeling, Luke Skywalker, and tell me what you think about this buzzing of disclosure. It's not even the disclosure project, sorry. I wish those guys like Dr. Greer and so on move on right now. It's the time for us. And this is like question everything. Why are the disclosure project movement is not out there right now? It's only those kind of not even esoteric. It's occultists, ufologists, very materialistic ufologists. They just talked about a kind of what to expect of a disclosure project. And for me, again, I repeat it. And please share in the comment your own feelings. My feeling is one of the 7 possibility of the injection is some of the component of this transgenic therapy will act as some kind of psychedelic combined with this old blue beam project of a light show with physical kind of fake wars with some kind of ETs and so on and so on. And then after that, they will even try to control us more. So the 5-6 people who are watching without saying I in the chat, and Mark Duna, so sorry I didn't see you're from Ireland, so I salute you. I don't speak Gaelic, so I don't remember how to say thank you in Gaelic and so on. But thank you for being there. And if you're new to that channel, you could subscribe. This channel is just for fun. It's kind of my light and love type of sharing on esoteric topic. I put a lot more effort in the way I help transform society with my Agile Lounge for business agility and conscious leadership. So you could actually find me on YouTube. I say it's more serious, but here too it's serious because I'm a whole being. I'm Fredo and Agile Lounge. But the thing is, here I don't really mind if I don't grow. But if you'd like to help me, send me donation through this channel or through my Agile Lounge for business agility and conscious leadership. So I thank you so very much. Have a nice weekend and see you on Tuesday for another live on my 30th anniversary, sort of. I will explain in the live of my awakening. Cheers, guys, and thanks for the like. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being there. And remember, you are a wonderful being. You are a sovereign being. You have power.
You are powerful. And you are free. Your birthright is to be free. See you soon, guys.